Hi, everybody. Welcome to Wellness 1, Lesson 1, where we are going to start talking about the frame. So, the frame is our first topic. We're going to talk about a few other things that you maybe have heard of before, like top 20s versus bottom 80s, and a couple other things that maybe were presented to you during a certain challenge day at the beginning of the year. But in order to start talking about the frame, we first must know what is important to you. So what is important to most people varies, but what's important to teens is usually pretty similar. So, like having a good relationship with family and friends, having good health, doing well in school, doing well in an extracurricular activity, and having a job. You can probably say that 2 or 3 of these things are similar to what's important to you. All right, so think about these things as we move forward and we talk about our frame. So, are you a top 20 teen or a bottom 80 teen? What's the similarity between the two? It's the fact that they both know what's important to them, and they both want to get that. But the difference is that the top 20s know what to do when they're not getting it. The bottom 80s don't know what to do when they're not getting it. Okay, so the top 20s use what they call their frame in order to get what they want. So if we look here at our frame, it has 4 corners. It has the see, feel, do, and get corners. So we always start up here with our see. The C stands for and represents our perceptions of situations, our relationships, and anything really that's going on in your life. Okay, and how we see the certain situation is going to affect how we feel. So if we feel negatively, or if we see negatively about something, we're going to feel negative about it. Okay, and then that is going to lead into what we do, and what we do is going to eventually affect what we get. And then our get goes back up to our see, and it reinforces how we see it. Okay, so to break it down a little bit more, our see is our beliefs about a situation, people, or ourselves. Our feel is our emotions that come with our view. Our do is our behavior or actions based on our feelings. And our get is others' responses, outcomes, and our achievements. So this is a very, very simple concept, but it's very powerful if you really, truly understand the 4 corners and how they all work together. So if you get what you want, and if you're getting what's important to you, then you should do what you're doing. Okay, your frame is working. So continue to see things at the way that you're seeing them, and you're going to continue to get those results that you want. But what if you're not getting what's important to you? Okay, sometimes you're not. And sometimes you're getting the wrong grade in class. You're not starting on your basketball team. The relationship with your family or your friends isn't what you want it to be. Or you're struggling to get a job that you want. Okay, if that's the case, what you do makes the biggest difference in getting a different result. All right, so what can you do to increase the chances of getting what's important to you? Okay, there's 3 options. As a bottom 80, these are the 3 options. Number 1, you can change nothing. Number 2, you can change what you feel or do, but not change what you see. And number 3, you can blame someone or something. And number 3 is what we most often see in teenagers. So option 1 here, change nothing. So you're going to continue to see it the way you've been seeing it, and you're going to continue to do what you've been doing and get the same results you've been getting. Okay, you may have heard the insanity term before, is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Okay, so that's kind of what we're talking about here when you change nothing. If you want something to be different, you have to act different. You have to see it different. You got to feel different. Okay, option 2, change what you feel or do. This might make a little difference in the results, but it wouldn't bring the big change that you desire. Okay, so furthermore, the actions you need to present a challenge for you, it's not the best habit yet, and it's a lot of effort. Okay, it would always seem like hard work to you because you're not changing how you see it, although you're changing how you act. Option 3, which this is the big one, okay, blame. You typically blame someone else or the conditions for the bad results you're getting. So you're going to blame your teacher for the bad grade, blame your sister for being up too late and too loud so you couldn't do your homework. You're going to blame the coach for not playing you, blame the weather for snowing 7 inches in April. Okay, and when you do this, you're going to be stuck in the yuck. So what we mean by this is the bad results that you're getting are going to continue if you choose not to change anything. Okay, if you just blame people, you're going to be a powerless victim, and you'll always give away power to that person or that situation, whatever you're blaming it on. Okay, so we don't want to be stuck in the yuck. So top 20 options. If you're not getting what's important to you in your top 20, you have one powerful option, and that is curiosity. Okay, top 20s never give up power by blaming their choosing not to make the situation better. Okay, top 20s don't do that. So they go to the C corner when they aren't getting what they want. So they're curious about what they have the power to do, and they know that it's going to change by how they see. Okay, so how can I see this person differently? How can I see this situation differently? How can I see myself differently? All right, so change in seeing gives you the possibility for big change in the results that you want. The main thing that we want you to take away is the power is in seeing differently. So an example here. You've all taken English up to this point, I believe, and you've all had to read Shakespeare. So your teacher assigns you to read this play. The way you see this play is going to likely change the results that you get. So if you're seeing Shakespeare as a difficult task, a waste of time, you're going to feel stupid and feel bored when it's hard for you. You're going to try to read it. You're not going to be engaged. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're not going to want to pay attention to it. You're not going to want to do your homework, which will result in getting a poor grade and having a bad experience. And then you'll go back up to the C and be like, see, this was a waste of time because I got a poor grade and I had a bad experience. So instead, we're going to look at it in a positive light. So I see Shakespeare as a new challenge, a new experience. You might not be interested in it, which is fine, but you're going to be motivated and you're going to anticipate the learning that you're going to feel when you go through Shakespeare. Okay, so then you're going to pay attention, you're going to ask questions, you're going to be open to getting help when you're struggling, and then you're going to get a new love for Shakespeare. No, not necessarily, but you're going to learn something new. You're going to learn how to self-advocate for yourself, which is huge, especially now with distance learning. You want to be open and talking with your teachers about where you're struggling, okay? Be your own advocate and problem solve. So, for today's assignment, you're going to think about an area of your life where you're not getting what you want. So a challenging class, maybe it's this stay-at-home order where you're not going to get to hang out with your friends. Maybe it's an issue with your friends, with a friendship, or your relationship with your family, or it's money. Whatever it is, okay, you're going to think of an area of your life where you're not getting what you want. After you have that, you're going to go on Schoology and you're going to open the worksheet labeled W1, the frame. Okay, so Wellness 1, the frame. You're going to open it in Notability or you can print a paper copy. That's up to you. And you're going to follow the directions and complete the entire worksheet. Once you have done that, you are going to upload it into Schoology. All right, and it is due tonight at midnight. So all of these instructions will be on Schoology. But once you complete the entire worksheet, make sure you upload it.